Is there anything that gets the juices flowing like a rivalry game? And our matchup is bitter. It has barbs and shots thrown on and off the field over the years. Welcome to Chapel Hill, North Carolina, Keenan Memorial Stadium, the home of the North Carolina Tar Heels. As we'll see a squad from the SEC, the South Carolina Gamecocks, taking on a team from the ACC, the North Carolina Tar Heels. For EA Sports, I'm Reese Davis, Jesse Palmer, and David Pollack with me. Guys, can't wait to get this started. And the Tar Heels' long wait is coming to an end as they'll put a foot to it and the season will get underway. On the run from inside his own 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. So South Carolina's offense will have the first possession of the game. There are always butterflies to start a game, but when you have a rivalry like this, the adrenaline is pumping on overdrive, guys.
They aren't all the same. We say that, but we know differently. The blood is boiling, the temperature is hot. Jesse, you want this week more than most.
Yeah, David, we played in these games before. Everything just seems to be heightened, right? The game seems to be moving faster. The crowd noise feels louder. Your composure will be tested early in a game like this.
When you play defensive end, it's all about getting off the football. You can tell, gets off the football really fast, gets in the backfield, gets the running back before he knows what hit him. What a play by the defensive end.
Give to the running back. Stuffed on back-to-back plays. He got nothing, and now they're looking at 3rd and long.
It's an offense that takes pride in being physical. They try to get it going on the ground, but no gain on that one.
Just nowhere to run, not a lot of wiggle room for the ball carrier.
This defense came in knowing that they had to match their physicality. Let's see if they can keep it up.
Clark to fire. Just a short pass to the tight end. They make the stop about 4 yards short of the first down. The Gamecocks will call on their punt team. They'll boot it into the night sky for the first time. Now on the return. Looking for running room, he'll get it to the 43-yard line before he's stopped. So North Carolina's offense will take the field for the first time. From the gun, the running back looking for room. Still running at the 40. There he goes. And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, UNC! They draw first blood, and that is exactly what you want to open the season with a drive like that. There's a reason they call this dude a big playmaker. Moments just like that one.
Big-time playmaker. Can make plays all over the field from all different spots. That's why you got to find ways to give him touches as much as possible because he'll make it happen.
Getting ready for the extra point after the first score of the game. And the PAT makes it 7-0. What a way to send a message. Huge play in the running game. One snap, and you've got a touchdown on the board. They're set to kick it off. Do you think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? He'll start the return inside his 5. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. And the South Carolina offense is back on the field. They went 3 and out on their first possession, now to see if they can be more productive this time around. RPO complete to open the drive. And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup.
If you're going to get first downs against this defense, you're going to have to earn it. You're going to have to make people miss. This is an excellent tackling unit. You saw it on that last play.
So now it's 2nd and long. moves it on the option. Find some fresh air. Good call, good execution as they move the chains, and they have a first down at the 38.
And that is just an attitude run, running it right up the middle, right into the teeth of that defense.
It's 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. He's got it on the right. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first.
In college football, you see this a ton now. You use a quick passing game, basically as the running game. Get a few yards, get your offense ahead of the sticks, keeps it on pace for success.
Clark wants to throw. Snagged out of the air. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
Slant routes, they're good against man coverage, but they're good against zone coverage too. If that receiver can find the soft spot between the linebacker and the DB, you'll take that throw all day.
They send the tight end in motion. Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. Here comes the heat. Quarterback can't pull the trigger, and down he goes at the 41.
And a big defensive tackle getting off the rock. Nice job seeing play action, understand his pass, beats the guard, gets to the quarterback, and gets the QB on the ground.
And the Gamecocks now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Back to pass. It's complete to the left. Breaks into the open. All the way down to the 27-yard line before they get him out of bounds, and this offense is threatening.
And that's a good lesson for quarterbacks out there. When you're throwing to your running backs, if you get it to them early and they've got some space around them, they can do damage. And that's exactly what happened there. These guys are trained to be great once they have the ball in their hands. He makes people miss. He shows you the speed, and it's a big chunk play in the pass game.
Off play action on first down. It's complete on the right side.
Really nice discipline by that receiver against man coverage, because you know that throw is going to be contested with a defender in your back pocket. He fights back to the football. He fights through contact and shows really strong hands on the catch.
The Gamecocks can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. They'll keep it on the ground. He's wrestled to the ground right at the 15-yard line, and a big red zone opportunity here.
It's really nice to see this offense bounce back. That first possession, man, they go 3 and out. They really struggled, and now starting to put a drive together, get their feet a little bit wet. Now you can see they're starting to get pretty comfortable.
Off the bootleg and rolling out. Under fire. Throw to the end zone, picked off. Got some room to run. They finally make the stop, and not only the huge turnover, but the big return has them set up in business.
Defense is about negative plays, creating negative plays and creating turnovers. What a great job, not only creating the interception, but doing something after. You see the blocks after the interception, return it almost back to the house, and now you set your offense up with great field position.
The North Carolina offense returns to the field. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. Oh, he's got some space. He's piled up 65 yards on the ground in this first quarter. That is a terrific start. The Tar Heels in a good spot here with second and short. Right back to the well. All down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down.
This is a guy that can find you the hidden yardage. That play, he just pushes the pile to get that first down.
Now on 1st and 10 from the 35. Use the play fake, now to throw. Oh, he wants it all. Grabs it inside the 10. They get him down, but this offense is set up first and goal from the 9.
Yeah, and the quarterback knew exactly where he wanted to go with the football, had time, spins the ball deep. Nice job by this offense, understanding what the defense is giving them and creating the explosive play.
And the Tar Heels have it in scoring position on first and goal.
Let's go! Let's go!
Takes a snap, wants to throw. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down.
And this offense shows right away on first down. They're willing to pass down here. Does this soften them up a little bit for the run here on second down and goal?
Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. Wants to go up top. Pressure coming. And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, North Carolina!
And this offense is firing on all cylinders right now. Starting the year, game one, creating a little bit of a pad and separation at the end of this first half. But you can see why so many people are really excited about this offense this season.
Ready to try the point after.
Is on for the extra point.
The kick is up and good and put one more on the lead. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Fellas, we don't get a ton of top 5 matchups, so let's check out how today's Rumble played out. UCLA found a way to rescue victory from the jaws of defeat, something this program has done time and time again inside the Rose Bowl. Bruins fans will enjoy this one for at least 1 week. A top 5 clash and a thoroughly impressive showing that could be a huge confidence builder for this program. Back to you.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there. Kevin, thanks for the update. He's there to make the stop, and they threw it in reverse, losing yardage on that play. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. The give to the back. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
Great team defense on that run play. Everybody doing their job. People winning their one-on-ones, D-linemen staying in their gaps, linebackers and DBs filling. You just can't do it better.
Clark to fire. Rush is on him. And he just throws it away. That is not what you're looking for on 3rd down, 4th down coming up. And the Gamecocks decide to punt it away. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Corrals it at the 45. And the punt team able to sling him to the ground. This should be the last play of the quarter. The RPO, it's complete. There to make the tackle, and that's how we'll wrap up this first period. Guys, we've reached the end of the period, and North Carolina's on top. And they were able to build that lead into double figures. Let's take a quick look at our early stats before we move on. Just about ready to get things started here in the 2nd. We'll see if they continue to flex that muscle. So 2nd down here as we're back at it after the break. Power football with the run. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. Guys, let's talk a little bit about North Carolina. The good news about starting the season outside the top 25, not a lot of lofty expectations. You can sneak up on a few teams, but sooner or later, you're going to want to get that attention and get into those rankings.
A lot more, but it's not impossible. In recent years, you saw it with Indiana coming out of absolutely nowhere. You saw it back in the day with USF. You've seen it with Rutgers. Like, in the past,
Turning it on! Just what this offense was looking for. Sets him up at the 26 with the first down. The Tar Heels are moving quickly down the field. To the air on first down. Quarterback now on the run, still looking. Couldn't find anybody to throw to. He'll just toss it away. It'll be second down.
Like the job by the defense there in coverage. They took every option away from the quarterback. He was outside of the pocket, nowhere to go with it, so they forced the incompletion throw away.
After the incompletion, back to the passing game. This time on target. The stop is made, but this offense is threatening. First and goal from the 9. This offense in scoring position with a fresh set of downs. He'll set up to throw. Looking to the end zone. He was open, he had it, and he dropped it. Would have been a touchdown. Instead, it's second down.
a lot of times when you go back and you revisit these games, who takes advantage of these opportunities in the red zone, in these goal-to-go situations? Bad job on first down by this offense.
The run up the middle, trying to power to the goal line. He's racked up 92 yards rushing in this first half, and he is making quite the impression in the opener.
Well, he gets tackled down at the 1-yard line, so offensively, do you feel confident enough on third here trying to hand it off again?
Yeah, and I'm taking both these downs, and I'm coming downhill. I'm running the football, trying to get this in the end zone. I only got a yard to go. I got to be physical.
And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Tar Heels.
You always want to get the home crowd jacked up and get them excited, get out to an early lead, and they have 20-0. Defense playing well, offense playing well. They got a lot to cheer about here at home.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And with the extra point, they're up 21-0. So that drive didn't have to cover a lot of ground, going 47 yards. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. He'll bring it back, looking for help. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. South Carolina ready to go on the attack in another offensive odyssey. They've got nothing done so far, and they already find themselves in a 3-possession hole, Jesse.
Yeah, and as a head coach, you're wondering, what didn't I say? What didn't I do to get my team ready to go? Because we look like we're sleepwalking at this point, Joe.
Nothing went well in the first quarter. You just say refresh. Like, let's try to find a way now. Chip into this lead. Try to make it somewhat manageable when you get to the half.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. The play-action fake. Got his man on the right. They stay aggressive and push their way out to the 33, and it's first down.
And that's good enough for a first down.
Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. They'll move the wide receiver. Makes the grab on the shuffle. And they pick up just a few on that completion.
Nice route there by the tight end, making it real easy for his quarterback to find an easy completion.
Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Clark wants to throw. Fires to the tight end. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few.
I like the idea by the quarterback there. You're trying to get this first down, so you find the tight end, see if he can make a guy miss or shake a tackle. Not able to get it done.
They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. just keeps slinging it. Puts it out of the air. He's going to come up a couple of yards short of the first down. The Gamecocks will line up to punt it away. Wants to bring it back. Pretty solid coverage there, and they'll stop him at the 26. North Carolina has it back, and the Tar Heels so pleased to send the offense back out. How about the way they attacked the last time they had the ball, mixing run and pass and winding up in the end zone, Jesse?
That's...
And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19.
This defense needed something to happen to create some momentum back to their side. They've built a deficit. QB's been very comfortable making plays. Exactly what you needed. Put some doubt in his head. Get to him. Hit him. Get physical. They get the sack on this play, and that's just what they need.
Let's take a minute and talk about North Carolina. The portal can work wonders if you have specific holes to fill. Breathe a little new life and energy into the program. David, these guys went in there, got a nice little haul that really could set them up for success this season.
They did, and they didn't go bonkers and go crazy, Jesse. I like how they just saw a couple guys that they thought fit their system, fit their culture, and now they're bringing them in so they can rise the tide of this team.
Yeah, this feels like a curated roster, right? They only had a few holes that they had to fill up, but they went out, they put their effort into finding the right guy. They feel like they've upgraded their roster with just a few portal additions.
And the South Carolina offense is back on the field. They've fallen into this big hole, and they are pretty desperate for answers right now. Clark to fire. Bought a little time, lets it go. Quickly out to the tight end. And he's brought down after a nice gain. Here they come, 1st and 10 from the 48. Wants to throw on 1st down. Fires to the big fella. Some really tough running there gets him to the 45-yard line. And the Gamecocks want to crank the tempo. 2nd down, they'll go to the air. Oh, they're after him. Pressure is effective from the defense. They knock him down just behind the midfield stripe at the 48. Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. Got him downfield. They get him stopped, but the big gain has them on the doorstep. Let's mark it at the 13.
I know this isn't the start the offense wanted. They don't have any points so far in this game, but sometimes it just takes one explosive play to turn things around. And after that beautiful completion deep for the offense, that should give them a little confidence, a little momentum. They've now got us to be able to score.
Quarterback feeling the pressure, and down he goes at the 22. We got a timeout here late in the 1st half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. This pass rush has just been relentless, and you can bet your bottom dollar they're about to bring the heat again. Wants to throw. He's working against the clock. Receiver wasn't ready for the throw. Incomplete.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the 1st half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the 2nd half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
On 3rd and long, doesn't need to take the check down. Makes the grab. He's brought down right at the 13-yard line. Still a ways to go to make it to the line to gain. Let's see what they do on 4th. And they decide to trot out the kicker. Absolutely perfect. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Guys, let's get you up to speed on what's going down in this fun college football game today. Washington State needs to pick up the pace, but this puppy is far from over. And with this crowd there in Pullman behind them, I'm kind of banking on a comeback. It's a touchdown game. They're trailing by 7 to Houston. We'll circle back if anything big happens you should know about.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Looking to throw on 1st down. back open in the middle. Makes the stop at the 33, but it's a 15-yard gain.
Nice job by the running back catching the football and understanding where the first down marker was. I got to go get that first down. He did a nice job of it.
It's complete to the right. He'll go out of bounds right at the 40-yard line as this offense continues to show great patience. Running out of time here in the first half, they're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. He'll pull it down and run. At midfield, he's got room. Ridden out of bounds at the 45, a big play for this offense.
This is why everybody grows up and wants to be an offensive coordinator and not a defensive coordinator, because he can do that. He drops back, he's supposed to pass, but you know what? I'll just scramble around, and I'll just go get plenty of yards and pick them up and put them down, and I'm faster than most of your other guys, too, so good luck.
Catch inside the 25. They finally make the stop, but that one will make those halftime stats look a little nicer as we head to the break. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Guys, rivalry games always bring out a ton of emotions, and they were on full display in that first half. And how can we begin our analysis of that first half without singing the praises of one of the elite backs in football? Racking up huge numbers on the ground, even throwing the occasional block. This kid is the total package. And if this defense doesn't adjust his strategy, he could be headed towards a career day. With that, let's throw it back to the guys to see how this rivalry matchup plays out.
All right, Kevin, about ready to start the second half here. The Gamecocks will boot it away to start the second half. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. The North Carolina offense returns to the field. They open this third quarter on top, and they built the lead on the strength of that running game.
And they made a huge statement, too, just proving to the other team that they're more physical, they're winning in the trenches. So here in the second half, David, just keep demoralizing this defense by pounding the football.
Yeah, and I'm not going to let that happen. I riled up my guys at halftime. We're going to put more people in the box, and we got to come out and meet the physical challenge of this offense.
He lofts one down the sideline. And it's incomplete after taking a shot on second down. They're staring at third. And the Tar Heels come to the line on third and short, trying to convert here. In the gun, looking to throw on third down. Oh, it's picked off. Not the second half start they'd hoped for. He'll be stopped, but not before getting the football and picking up big yardage on the return. What a play there. First and goal, and this feels like their chance to give them a finish. Grabbed behind the line. It's Hernandez. He's all the way down to the 2-yard line. Just spectacular execution there.
This is the area of the field defensively. It really doesn't matter what they've done to get here. You got to blow up, try to force the field goal. Nice job on first down and goal.
And he is snowed under. Sacked at the 7.
Receivers right now aren't getting open. We got to do a better job offensively of trying to create opportunities for them. So use motion, get some stack releases, create that separation, slant routes, out-breaking routes. Just give your quarterback a chance.
Bringing the heat. He was thinking touchdown on the scramble, but they're able to stop him short of the end zone.
What a third down stop by this defense. Third down and goal, no problem. You know that guy. Every time he touches the football, you hold your breath because he's so dynamic at the quarterback spot. They were ready, and they forced the 4th and goal.
Trailing by multiple possessions in the third and desperately needing a score, they'll go for it on 4th down. Looking for the score. Touchdown, Gamecocks. Quick strike through the air for the score.
It's so underrated. The relationship between a QB and a wide receiver, the timing, the ability to know where he's going to be and be accurate with the football, that's what leads to nice touchdowns, Jesse.
Well, and the chemistry between these two guys has to be great when you're throwing into the end zone because coverage is going to be tight. The throw might not be perfect, but this is something these two guys have been repping in practice over and over and over, and it's paying dividends now in game.
He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. Off the play fake on first down. On the move, he fires. Finds space on the right. They finally get to him. What a play there to pick up the first down.
Well, how about the offense setting that play up? We've seen earlier in the game a couple shorter throws. They're just trying to suck those safeties closer to the line of scrimmage, anticipating that they would get an opportunity to take a shot. They called the perfect play at the perfect time right there.
And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
That back had absolutely nowhere to run the football. Actually, is he counting? I think he's counting to make sure there's only 11 guys on defense.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Looking to fire. Right down the middle. It's caught. Just what this offense was looking for. Sets him up at the 26 with the first down. The Tar Heels come to the line with a new set of downs. Wants to go up top on first down. Throws to the wideout. And it's incomplete, deflected, knocked away by the D.
I don't know about the decision that time by the quarterback. He may have been expecting man coverage, but that time the defense was in zone, and they did a really nice job closing the window. The intended target was not open, and that's why that one fell incomplete.
And they not only knocked him down behind the line, they also put him back under the century mark for the day.
We've seen this guy have tons of success. He had over 100 yards right before that run, but defense gets the better of him there. Nice job of adjusting up front. Good job being physical by that D-line, too.
A little screen to the running back. Headed to the end zone. Touchdown, UNC! A great catch and run for 6. Now they've got a little breathing room. They are in firm control of this game, guys, but you never want to let up in a rivalry game.
Because it only takes one play. We know how much of a factor momentum can be in these types of rivalry games, David, so this game's still far from over.
And this is where my leadership and my experience comes into play. When you got guys that have been through these fires, been through these rivalry games, you know the swings happen quick. Now you got to swing it back your way.
They'll try to tack one more on their score. And with the extra point, they're on top by 18. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Here he comes from inside his own 5. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. South Carolina ready to go on the attack in another offensive odyssey. They're down 28-10, and I don't think it's exaggerating to say their chance of winning this football game probably rides on this drive. Clark wants to throw. Got his man out of the backfield. Didn't pick up a lot there, moved it forward just a few.
Again, this is a running back that can hurt you running it between the tackles, and he's dangerous out in space. They like to throw it to him out on the perimeter as he picks up a couple of yards there.
Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Gives it on the option. There he goes. He gets those chains moving, gets it out to the 42-yard line.
And a great job by the offensive line. If you're going to run the ball right at the middle, you better control the line of scrimmage. You can see the center, the guard, the tackles doing a good job getting on their guys just enough where this running back can get into space and make the big gain.
And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
And after your defense just went out there and gave up a touchdown and let them build the lead more, you really need to come out with this drive and answer. And the running game is not it. They were ready for that. Gonna have to create some explosive plays through the passing game.
Heaves it deep. And he's got it inside the 35. They're ripping off chunks of yardage. They get it to the 33.
And I don't know if this defense knows what just hit them because they gave up the completion, they gave up a first down, and now here's the offense back up at the line of scrimmage again, going tempo.
He's got it. He's there to make the stop, but not before he sets up this offense first and goal from the 7.
That's what's so scary about this offense. They've got guys in the perimeter that can change the game in one single play, and you saw it right there. Too much speed on the perimeter to create that explosive play.
They get him on the ground at the 3-yard line, but this defense is taking some punches. Now it's second and goal. He'll do it himself. And he'll race it to the house. Touchdown, Gamecocks.
The defense has got to do a better job of taking the most dangerous man. That's the guy with the football in his hands. Force him to do something with it. You can't just let him keep the ball and go score.
Getting set for the point after. And they make the extra point to draw closer. It's 28-17.
Personal foul. Roughing the kicker. Defense.
The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Offense in a bunch formation. They'll come out on this drive and let it rip. There's the pressure. Pressure all over the quarterback, and down he goes at the 24.
Sometimes you beat your guy and you get sacked so clean, and sometimes, like on this play, the DBs do a great job covering, make the QB hold the football, and then the rush gets home.
Works ahead for a couple. They'll stop him at the 27.
And that run really didn't go anywhere, and a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
And that third down pass had some serious juice, but they couldn't hook up. And the Tar Heels send out the punt unit. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Fields the punt and tries to help improve that field position. He'll get it up to about the 44-yard line before they slam the brakes on it. First snap of this drive comes from their own 44. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. And brought down, looks as if that's how we'll end the third. Guys, we've reached the end of the period, and North Carolina's on top. They've done the work to build a nice cushion. Now to bring it home as we check out the stats after 3 quarters. Here comes the fourth. Time to see who steps up, who makes the winning plays to take home that W. So the final period starts with a second down play. Motion from the wideout. Finds the tight end. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down.
And that's what I love about this offense. You're not going to get all of your big chunk plays in the passing game by throwing it deep down the field. You can kind of dink and dunk, and on that RPO play, they had it dialed up and set up to go to that player in the right flat. Nice job.
He's got him. Tackle is made at the 27. Let's give him 10 yards on the play, and it is enough for a first down.
And I love the awareness by the wide receiver on that play because I'm not sure that route was supposed to be that deep. You got to wonder if the receiver decided maybe to adjust the route a little bit to make sure that he got the first down.
And he just flat dropped it. I think he wanted to run before he secured it.
You know, this tight end's a weapon in the passing game. He runs good routes, normally has good hands, but didn't happen there.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. Clark to fire. Time running out, and he goes down at the 34.
Well, the problem for this offense now late in the game, trailing by a bunch of points, is that the defense knows they're going to throw the football. And right now, offensively, they cannot protect the edge. You saw the speed coming from the outside. He was able to get to the quarterback for another negative play.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On third and long, no secret what he needs here. Then as he throws.
Yeah, and unfortunately, this guy's been beat like a drum. He's been hit, sacked a bunch of times already, and another hit right here. I'm literally looking at my offensive line and be like, dude, I need some more time. You got to protect me better than this. Give me a chance to complete some passes.
Just drives it between the uprights. That'll make it a one-possession game. The lead is 8.
How nice is it as a head coach to have a kicker like this? It makes these decisions on fourth down so much easier. Just trot him out there and let him stroke it through the uprights.
And he takes this from inside the 5. Able to find enough room to get it out across the 25. He's brought down at the 26. North Carolina has it back, and the Tar Heels so pleased to send the offense back out. They'll leave it with him. Breaks into the open. That is just the kind of run you want when you're trying to close out a game. This is the kind of performance, guys, that sort of etches your name in the lore of a rivalry.
And playing big in this big moment, on this big stage, it is so nice to have a playmaker like that you can highlight, that you can focus on, that you can trust in.
He was so excited coming into this game, too, because he knows that oftentimes your legacy as a player is defined by how you play in rivalry games like this.
Quickly to the tight end. And he's knocked down, but there's also laundry on the field. We'll see what the officials have called. So that penalty is going to cost them the first down as they back up, and now it's second down. They'll line up for a second down play. The give to the tailback. Pretty good effort on that one to work his way up to the 42.
And I tell you what, it's really nice at this point in the game if you can lean on your run game. When you have the lead, you've got the football late in the game, you can chew that clock and start to really make that defense have a little bit of panic.
They'll come to the line at the 42, facing a third and long. Oh, not able to hold his water, and the offense will have it stepped off against them.
False start offense.
So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Now on third down for this offense.
Here we go, here we go. Okay, ready?
Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. Oh, and he just flat dropped it. You do not see this guy do that very often. It'll be fourth down. The Tar Heels will punt this one away. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. He'll get it up to about the 44-yard line before they slam the brakes on him. And the South Carolina offense is back on the field. Man, how comforting is it to know that even if your offense stalls out a little... Oh, he's got some space. And they'll finally get him down after a terrific pickup.
By the receiver.
Well, no question. They've got to score a touchdown and get the two-point conversion here. But that's a good start to this 2-minute drive. You always want to get it going. You want to get that momentum going, put the defense on their heels. They accomplished that with the last throw.
Here's the handoff. Just enough room to gain a couple down to the 34.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground. Take away that run game. Make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
Leaves it with the back. Oh, no, the ball popped out. This could change things. Defense has it. They're on the move. Picked up a few extra on that return, but what a play by this defense to get the football. The North Carolina offense returns to the field. They missed an opportunity to extend this lead the last time they had it, Jesse.
Yeah, they got to be able to regain that momentum, right? Go back to what was working earlier on in this one. And, David, to me, that starts with being the more physical team.
No, I definitely agree. Being the more physical team, but understanding the situation of the game. You're still winning. You got the football back. Now put a nice drive together and execute.
He's got the tight end. And he's knocked down immediately, but not before he moves the chains. The offense lines up at the 40. They've got a first down. They'll keep it on the ground to keep this clock moving. Got the first down. Looking for more. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense.
Yeah, it's make or break time for this defense now. They got to get a stop, and if that's bringing more bodies in, bringing more beef in, they're running the football right up the gut, right at you. They're not going to throw the football in this situation. Time to be more physical and get the...
Turning it on! He's at the 10. Touchdown, North Carolina! Once he got a step, it was all over, right to the house.
You know, good teams just know how to close games out. And you're seeing that right now with this team, right? The defense just had a massive takeaway. The offense able to capitalize on that with a touchdown, so they've padded their lead. And this just speaks to, I think, the experience in the locker room and also the playmakers they have. This game is starting to feel like a blowout.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And with the extra point, they move on top by 15. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. Washington State is getting dominated today, and friends, the folks in Pullman deserve better than this. No excuse ever for this kind of a clunker. They're trailing by 28 to Houston. We promise to keep you posted on what goes down in this exciting college football matchup.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. Under fire. Quick strike complete. At the 40, there he goes. And he was loose and not stopped until he gets to the 47-yard line.
And this defense is going to have their hands full because they're going to need to be comfortable with guys one-on-one on islands in the perimeter of the field. And they're just going to have to make better plays than what we saw right there. They knew this offense was going to try to be aggressive. Got to need better effort in the back end for this defense moving forward.
Caught in the backfield. It's Johnson. He's brought down, but he went backwards after that completion, not the way they had it drawn up. Clock stops, and we've reached the 2-minute timeout. This offense looking for anything to cut into this big lead. Working well behind the sticks on second down. Clark wants to throw. Not able to hook up there, incomplete.
And you just got to know the situation of the game, honestly. After that incompletion now setting up third down, you've still got timeouts. You can attack the middle of the field. It's all out there for you. There's no need to panic. Because of those timeouts, you still have an eternity to get back in this game.
Just too much mustard on that one. can't miss the target that badly.
It's been tough for this QB in this one. Very small windows to throw into, and he's been under some duress as well. It's hard to find a rhythm as a QB in those types of situations, and that's why it appears as though his team's going to be leaving here with an out.
On 4th down, they're taking to the air. He tosses one high and deep down the left side. And it's incomplete, and the defense stands tall and gets off the field.
And that just about does it. That about puts this thing to bed. The offense, listen, they had to go for it, but now defense, this is the situation where you say, I'm just going to eat clock, up by several possessions, eat clock, get out of here with a W.
A most efficient pickup of 6 on 1st down. It's 2nd and 4. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. On 2nd down, let's see if they go right back to the run and put this game on ice. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. And the Tar Heels come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to keep the drive alive. On 3rd and short, the power run here. There he goes!
Big reason why his team has the lead right now late is because of his performance running the football. Well over 100 yards in this game. They knew that they were going to have to really put a lot of pressure on him. He'd have to shoulder the load, and he has delivered for his offense all game long.
They get a big win here and start the season on a positive note.
You got to love that as the players. You come out, you have so much anticipation coming into the season, finally getting ready to play in front of a live audience. You're able to come out and execute and get this win under your belt. David, couldn't be a better way to start the year.
And for the losing team, obviously, it's a little bit different. You have something to look at now, to analyze where do I need to get a little bit better, but plenty of time still left in the season to improve and turn it around.
That will put the wrap on things from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. You've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football.